Sonji. I'm from Los Angeles, and I was actually really excited about painting this box because I know that there's a lot of children that walk through here every single day, and I'm a master gardener, so I garden in the community. I educate people about gardening as a way of self-sustainability and social justice. And so a lot of my art revolves around things that have to do with growing and gardening in an urban environment. So I call it in the land of make-believe because to me that's what LA is. It's the land of make-believe. And we really make do with what we have. And so I like using really bright colors to get rid of the sad, concrete, institutionalized colors that we see every day in schools. And it's really weird to me that a lot of places where kids are part of, the color sequences that they use is very drabby, it's very institutionalized. And I grew up going to those schools and to me it was really depressing. So that's what inspires me to use such bright, colorful images. And I specifically like painting about, I like painting the city with flowers and mystical animals and bees and things like that growing because I feel like those kinds of things can really happen in our community if we just work together. And so the reason why I have butterflies and pollinators in my art is because I feel like right now there's a very important struggle being waged all over the world, and that has to do with genetically modified foods in our food. And we're like guinea pigs, and this is also affecting all the littlest of animals, and those are the bees and their butterflies. And if those animals die, then we don't get food and we don't eat. So I kind of use my art to make those connections with people, especially in an urban environment where kids don't know where apples and bananas come from. They think it comes from Superior or whatever. They've never seen a banana tree, and it's really sad. I was actually inspired, and since we are talking about historic LA, I was part of the South Central Farmers, and their struggle to save that land is really what inspired me to continue doing my gardening work and education, because I feel like people, it's not our fault that we don't understand how important it is to take care of the land, how important it is to like be able to put our feet on the dirt and be able to drink clean water. So anyways, this is what my art is about. And if you go on this other side, I don't know if we can do that with the sheets right here. What about your shrooms? Oh, it's a little dirty right here. I think somebody hit it with their car. That's what it looks like. It's really weird. But this is how I always like, people know me for my skylines and stuff. This I always like to draw the city. Everywhere I travel all over the US, when I tell them I'm from LA, people want to know, who knows what people want to know when you tell them you're from LA? Is it like Boys in the Hood? Is it like South Central? Is it like Menace to Society? And it's like, you know what? No, it's not. That's a movie. It's not real. But stuff like that does happen in our neighborhoods, because I also live in South Central, so I know I've been in a drive-by shooting. My daughter is a victim of a drive-by. So this is why I like to paint the city like this, especially in urban, working class communities, because I want youth to learn and grown-ups to learn that our city is beautiful, that within all the grime and all the dirt, there's actually a very decent layer of beautiful flowers and people and animals and things like that. So the mushrooms, since Isabel wanted to know the point of the mushrooms, it also, I mean, there's been times where I stood in the hill of Montecito Heights and I looked at the gray of LA skyline, and I think you just need to put a bunch of compost right there and a bunch of mushrooms, because basically what mushrooms do is they suck all the toxins and all the, like if you have a layer of lead-filled dirt or dirty soil that you can't grow on, if you put mushrooms there, it will suck all the grime and all the dirty off the soil and make it clean again. So every time, I'm always talking about gardening, and I'm always talking about, so I mean, I'm supposed to talk to you guys about art, but I'm talking to you about gardening. To me, it's really important as a way of like moving our people forward, social justice, and being able to eat healthy. And So this is my contribution to the Boyle Heights art community. Thank you.
Correct me if I'm wrong, don't you also like volunteer at a school for the community gardens or something like that?
Yeah, actually I worked in many different
We're gonna cross to the surgery.
okay. I worked in a lot of different schools. I worked at Roosevelt High School. I worked in elementary schools in Huntington Park. I like working in schools where people don't want to know about gardening because then I can introduce them to gardening. I work with at-risk kids. I work with kids that have attention deficit disorder, kids that have learning disabilities.